Okay, folks, here we've got a Here we've got a Matchbox Lesney Superfast Mini, Classic Mini from 1970. This is number 29, and it's just down as the Racing Mini. Well, we're going to change this Racing Mini, turn it red, give it a black roof, and it will be a replica of our Mini, what we had. I hope you enjoy this restoration. It's a little Superfast Mini, and it's 1970 in its year. And if I turn it up the right way, you can see it's issue number 29, and at the bottom there confirms that it is a Superfast, which obviously is denoted by the type of wheels it's got, as opposed to the solid rubber wheels. These things have the thin spindly axles, which do tend to bend over time, and I haven't got any replacements for these, so we're going to probably end up trying to straighten it out. And as you can see, the side windows are open and the inside looks a little bit grubby, to be honest with you. It's a right hand drive Mini. It's some sort of orangey colour, and it has these side door stickers on, which I won't be putting back on, but all the door pillars and everything seems there. The windscreen or the windshield is in pretty much okay condition, although it is a bit scuffed, so we're going to need to do some work on that with regards to polishing it up. And it's got a central exhaust and one rivet on the front there, as you can probably see. So let's get this drilled out and strip it down. Right, so let's turn her over. The rivet is on the front, you can probably see on this one. And I'm just going to introduce my drill. A nice sharp drill is always good here, because you can operate it at a really slow speed, as you can see here what I'm doing, as opposed to spinning it fast and possibly taking off too much metal. Normally most of my drills are not this good, so I found this good one. It eats through these aluminium posts in no time whatsoever. And I like to just stop and check every now and again, just to make sure that everything's okay. And hopefully, if I've drilled down deep enough, which I don't think I have, I'm just going to take it a bit more. There we go. Always very careful not to go too far and too fast. Oh, there we go. See the way that just fell out there, look. Right, just lift it out. And obviously been played with in the dirt, this one. It's got lots of dirt inside, although everything's there, and the wheels don't look too bad. To be honest with you. And also the axles look pretty straight. In other words, when you spin them, they're not wobbling. So I'm happy with that. I will be able to lift these wheels out by just lifting up this plastic clip here. If I just do that now, you'll see what I mean. Because they literally just clip into the piece of plastic. And there we go. The axles tend to have a little bit of rust on them, but I'm not too worried about that. The axles are actually nice and straight, which is a bonus. We'll take the back ones off as well. Sure, you'll see how easily they clip out. Getting them in is a little bit more trickier. And yet again, loads of hair. So this has obviously been run through someone's head, I would have thought, and pulled their little sister's hair out when they was playing with this, and it's wrapped it round. So I will clean all that off, but let's put them to one side for now. Again, the base is in good order, although it's tarnished a bit. I'm not too worried about that. I'll give this just a wire brush up. I don't normally do anything with the underside too much, unless they are painted where I'll repaint them. I won't go to the trouble of rezinking this, because it shows play wear, which I like that. So I'm going to keep it as it is there. Right, now this is the bit we're all interested in. The actual main body of the Mini. Let's put that down there. Here's the interior. In actual fact, it's quite a detailed interior. If you can see there, right hand drive. Nothing on the the binnacle there for the centre clocks. I expected to see some sort of dashboard layout there, although the dashboard's there but there's no clocks on it or anything, so I'm a bit upset with that. The seats are there, nice ribbed seats front and back. No gear shifter and no person sitting in there, so that just needs basically a good clean. It's just a bit grimy. The window in these little minis literally isn't riveted in, so again that comes out nice and easily. It's all in one piece, which is great for us for repairing these. And as you can see, because it's got a side window gap there, you tend to get a lot of dirt on the inside where they put them in sand pits and things like that, and it suffers from the inside as opposed from the outside. So 9 times out of 10 you have to clean the inside as well as the outside to get rid of minor scratches. There are some stress cracks in the front there. I'm not going to be able to do anything with them, but again, just a good clean up and be gentle with it. So here's our body. Our post is okay there. We've got plenty of length on the post there, which we're going to need to drill, as you probably know. So I'm going to get my drill this first before I strip the paint. As I say, we're not colour matching this because I'm going to be doing it red, and then we can put it in the paint stripper. Right, okay then, so we're going to drill our post out now. Again, nice sharp drill, always the order of the day here. I haven't centre punched this because it's centred anyway. Yeah, we're going down central. One thing I've forgotten to do is to put on my spectacle magnifying gizmo so I can actually see that I'm doing it right. I've just put it on, so I'm okay now. Okay, so I've taken that down to the mark on the drill. Right, so let's just check that rivet in there now, and as you can probably see, the rivet goes in nice and flush, so I'm happy with that. Now we can move on to stripping the paint. Okay then, we've got our paint stripper, and I'm just going to glob a little bit over the top of that. It's only a little mini. Just to agitate it around. I should have taken them stickers off first, but because I don't think it'll eat through them. But my fault there. And it's also starting to work on that roof there, as you can probably see. This is quite a good paint stripper, as I said to you. It's called Power Strip. So many different types out there. Some people use something called aircraft stripper, and some people use something called citrus stripper. So depending on where you are in the world will depend on what you can get hold of, but there is some, especially here in Europe, the ones like Nitromores that used to be great 30 years ago are now not very good whatsoever. So look how easy that's coming off there. Look at that, look. Fantastic. Normally, don't forget this is 1970, this car. I'm not expecting it to take the sticker off. And as I said to you, I should have done that first of all, but typical me, I've forgotten. I'm only human at the end of the day. And after I've washed it, I'm going to probably have to apply a little bit more again, just to get that sticker off, or underneath the sticker. The zinc actually looks very, very bright on this, to be honest with you, so none of the paint was really off of this car, so I'm going to fiddle about with this and get them stickers off the side, and I'll see you in a minute when it's all done. Right, okay, giving it a good clean down now, and it's come out alright. It's got a few bits of paint still on it. The stickers did actually come off. Just got a couple of little bits of paint left on it now. Just need to just scratch off gently. Although a lot of people like to re-establish body lines and stuff like that with scrapers, and you've got to be very precise to do that, to be honest with you, and not wander off your line. But if this doesn't work too effectively, which it doesn't seem to be at the moment, get the wire wheel out. and be very careful and do wear eye protection, which I've got on at the moment. You can't see that though, but I have. And I like to start these off on a slow speed. And hopefully, if I catch you right, you'll be able to see this paint come off. And I think you'll see there that the paint's come up nicely. Put it on the back there, look. And what you will get with these wire brushes, these little flecks are literally shooting off all over the place. Right, so there's our little Mini. I'm going to give it a rub down with some wire wool as well, and then we'll call that ready for paint. You probably can't see it, but there is a mismanufacture mark there, which I'm going to sand off, because I don't like it, and that's going to show through the paint. So you have to look very, very closely at these castings, and sometimes with your normal eye you can't see, because down here as well there's a little bit of corrosion there, which will affect the paint. So I'm going to get some 600 paper and just give these a little sand down, and we'll take it from there. Again, straight edges. Just be very careful. There we go, I think it's done it. There we go. Finish off with a light bit of sanding. Okay. And we've improved that no end. Right, okay, we're using our Tamiya white surface primer, the fine stuff, which is very, very good. And let's get some primer on this. I've already shook the can. I like to do the under edges first, just around the wheel arches and stuff, and underneath, just to make sure we get a good coating on them. Until we end up with something like this for a first coat. So we'll let that dry, give it another coat, and then call it a day on that. Right, well, sometimes these cheap little wire wheels that you buy from the Far East just don't cut the mustard, as you can see there. And I've ended up cleaning it up underneath with my large rotary wire wheel. As you can see, that's come up absolutely lovely now. Everything's nice and clear, and the zinc plating has come up a treat. It just wasn't doing much at all with them little wire wheels. I had to resort to that big baby over there, and as you can see, the size difference is absolutely colossal. I've not zinc plated that at all, and it's come up really lovely and shiny. There you go, that's what it was like, and that's what it is after a proper wire wheel session. Didn't take long at all. You don't have to press too hard because you'll lose your lettering and stuff like that, so that's what I've done there. So the next thing on my agenda is to wash and clean these, just to get all the grime off them first of all, with also them hairs, get them out of the way. Give them some warm soapy water, not hot. Hot can distort these things. Just make sure you just use warm soapy water, and maybe a little brush just to agitate it, and then we'll look at polishing and cleaning that. So I'm just going to get these cleaned, and then we'll take it to the next stage. Right, okay then, everything's had a lovely clean up. As you can see there, it's all the bits of dirt and grime have gone out of the inside now, so I'm well happy with that. And the glass is cleaned up okay. It's going to need some work on it because as you know, we've got these tiny scratches. So I've got a couple of cotton buds there with my Solvol Ultrasol, which is a very fine abrasive paste. Right, okay, we've got our little wheels now. I've got my chrome pen here, and literally just go over can you see that? And there we go. Can you see how much better that looks than that one there? I will just touch in this grill on the Mini. I shouldn't need to, the thing's come up really nice on it actually, but just makes it, just give it a bit more bling on it. And maybe the tailpipe at the end as well. Just gives it that little extra chrome bling to it. There you go. Right, okay then, so we're going with the X7 red here. And I've given it a good mix. So let's just get our dropper to drop in about 20 drops. There you go, I'll put 22 drops in there. And we're going to be finishing off with our Tamiya X20 thinners as well. And I'm going to take another 22 drops of that. There you go. Just give it a bit of a stir up. There we go. I'm happy with that. Right, bring in our little spray gun and let's add the paint to our spray gun. There we go. And I like to do the underside first. I'm spraying at about 20 psi. So let's give it a go. Well, as you can probably see there, something's not right. I must have some something on the surface. So I'm going to have to rub all this down again and start again. It does happen. Just something you've got to be aware of. As you can see, when I'm laying the paint on, straight away it's bubbling up on the surface there. Look. So I can't carry on with that. I've got to stop, regather, and it's probably a dirty surface. So it does happen. I'm just showing you things do go wrong. And you've got to stop and then start again. There we go, that's the first coat down. Okay, I've masked it up as best as I can. I've mixed up some black. Don't need a lot of this obviously, it's just for the roof. And this is basically X1 Tamiya black. I like to have a test spray first, as you probably know. Need a bit more here. Try that. Yeah, that's coming out nicely. Right, okay. let's try and put some black on this roof. Again, I'm only going to do light coats here. I don't want to flood it, so I'll let that one tack off and then I'll do another few coats and I'll see you at the end of that. But you get the idea. Right, there we go. Nice black roof. Let's get this off. This tape. The roof's not fully cured yet, but I've had it in front of the fire. But you'll get the idea. I'm happy with that. You've got to be happy with that. Look at that. Yeah, that's lovely. That's just right. Masking it off is the most critical thing to get the lines right, and I think I've got them right there. That looks like the Mini we had. Brilliant. I'm well happy with that. Right, here we go then. It's all dry. I think I've got the roof just right, to be honest with you. It does help having the right masking tape and not just using general masking tape. This was the Tamiya Modeller's masking tape, as you can see there, and I think I've got it nicely covered in. So it could do with a bit of a buff up, but I'm not going to bother with that because I think the paint's probably too soft at the moment. But it's a nice looking body and I'm happy with it, definitely compared to what it was. So let's start putting it back together and see the end result. Right, so let's put the glass in first. This doesn't screw in. Unfortunately, as I said to you, this glass is actually scuffed up and there's not a lot I can do about that. I have tried sanding it down. Let's get the seats in now. Yep, that's okay. Just put that to one side for the minute. I've got the base and the wheels to go back in. These should actually just clip in. They're a little bit fiddly. A lot easier to take out than to put back in. There's a little channel there which you have to slide them into. There we go. And then just push that in like that. And that locates the wheels. Right, so now bring the body back in. Number plate through the back hole like that. As you can see there. And in the front, make sure the grille sits in properly as it does. So again, we're happy with that. Just lay it down. I'm going to get me super glue now. Got to be careful with this because you only get one opportunity at it. So drop in a glob of super glue into the hole. Get your rivet. Don't fumble it like I'm doing. And push that right home like that. And there you go. I'm going to do a little bit of detailing on it now. Front and possibly back, and we'll see the end result in a second. There you go, little classic Mini. Well, there you go folks. It's not perfect. Again, this is only my third restoration, but it's exactly what I was looking for in the colour scheme with the black roof and the red body, as our Mini we had about three or four years ago was this colour scheme, and we did like it very much indeed. I could give the paintwork a buff up. It's a bit soft at the moment. I probably will do that. As I say, there's a couple of bits of dust in it. That's all part of the learning curve as well. And as you can probably see coming around there, I've touched in the headlights with some silver chrome paint and put the little indicators on underneath, which just set it off by giving it a little bit more detail. So there you go, there's our classic Mini from 1970, this one. It did have stickers on the door, as you know, and we took them off, and we weren't going to replace them because we was trying to create this little replica Mini of the one that we had. Well, do check out my other retro restore diecast playlist, and I hope you enjoy the videos. I'm enjoying doing them at the moment, and so it's a learning curve at the moment. I should get better. I've got a few more challenging ones to come up, and let's hope you're along for the ride. Anyway, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.